For the second episode of this series, we're asking the people and the police, is there trust or is there tension? Let's discuss the topic. Welcome to our show. I'm your host. Our show is dedicated to the vibrant and diverse community of Singapore. We want to hear about the issues that matter to you, and we want to talk about it with you. So for this episode, we want to continue with the series, The People and the Police, Trust or Tension. For those who missed episode 1, it was all about trust. We saw how members of the public had trust in the police force. And more importantly, we saw how the police force has earned that trust from the people. And now for episode 2, we're looking at the flip side of the coin. We're going to look at the times when there might be some tension between the people and the police. Now, why does such tension occur? What are the causes? And how can we as a society mitigate such tensions? Well, these are the questions we'll be trying to answer today. So let's talk about it. First things first, what do we mean by tension between the people and the police? After all, the police are also part of the people, right? Yes, they are. But we're talking about situations where there might be some friction, maybe some misunderstandings, or even some conflicts between the people and the police. It could be as simple as differing opinions, or it could be something more serious like allegations of misconduct. So why does such tension occur? Well, here's one reason. Different expectations. We all know that the police have a very tough job to do. They're expected to enforce the law and maintain order in society. At the same time, we all have different expectations of them. Some might expect them to be more lenient, while others might want them to be stricter. And sometimes these expectations can lead to tension when the police do not meet them. Another reason is communication breakdown. Communication is key in any relationship, including between the police and the people. When there is a breakdown in communication, misunderstandings can occur and tension can rise. This could be due to a lack of transparency or even language barriers. Then there's also the issue of stereotypes and biases. Stereotypes and biases can also play a role in creating tension. Sometimes people might have preconceived notions about the police or individual officers, which can lead to mistrust and tension. Alright, so these are just some of the reasons why tension might arise between the people and the police. Now let's talk about how such tension can affect our society. When there is tension between the police and the people, it can create a lot of problems for everyone. It can lead to a breakdown in trust, making it difficult for the police to do their work. It can also lead to an increase in crime and a decrease in the quality of life in our community. But thankfully, there are ways to mitigate such tensions. The first step is to promote dialogue and understanding. Open communication channels can help to clear up misunderstandings and build trust. This could involve regular meetings between the police and community leaders, as well as more engagement with the grassroots. We should also encourage cultural competency training for our law enforcement officers. This will help them to better understand the communities they serve and to better communicate with the people. It will also help them to recognize and overcome their own biases, stereotypes, and prejudices. Another way to reduce tension is to hold law enforcement officers accountable for their actions. This doesn't mean that we should second-guess their every move. But when there are allegations of misconduct, they should be investigated fairly and impartially. If officers are found to have acted inappropriately, they should be held accountable. This will help to build trust between the police and the people. Now the next way is to recognize and appreciate the work done by the police. Being a law enforcement officer is not an easy job. They put their lives on the line every day to keep our streets safe. When we see them, let's take a moment to thank them for their service. We can also support them by getting involved in our communities and by reporting crime and suspicious activity. Alright, now that we've talked about how to mitigate tension between the people and the police, let's take a look at real-life examples of where things have gone wrong. One example is the death of Mr. Noel de Castro. In November 2021, Mr. de Castro died after being tasered by the police. This incident sparked outrage and calls for accountability. While the police have explained that the use of force was necessary, the incident highlighted the need for greater transparency and communication between the police and the people. Another example is the case of Mr. Raj Kumar, who was arrested for allegedly filming a police officer carrying out an operation. This incident raised questions about the right to freedom of expression and the limits of police powers. While the police have defended their actions, The case highlights the need for a balance between public interest and individual rights. Alright, so these are just two examples of where things have gone wrong between the people and the police. But it's important to remember that these are isolated cases, and they do not represent the good work that the police do every day. Now let's shift the focus to the grassroots level and find out how residents in different parts of Singapore view the relationship between the people and the police. So we spoke to several grassroots leaders and residents, and here's what we found out. Residents generally have a positive view of the police force, and they appreciate the work that they do to keep our streets safe. However, there are some areas where they feel that the police can improve in terms of communication and engagement. For example, some residents suggest that the police can do more to engage with the community, such as organizing regular dialogue sessions to discuss issues that affect the community. They also suggest that the police can do more to promote cultural competency among their officers so that they can better understand and serve the diverse communities in Singapore. Overall, residents feel that it's important for the police to build strong relationships with the community in order to maintain trust and confidence. And this is because when there is trust, the police can do their work more effectively. And this ultimately benefits everyone in the community. When the police have the trust of the people, they are able to solve crimes more easily, prevent crime more effectively, and keep our streets safer. It also helps to build a sense of cohesion and solidarity within the community. When the people and the police work together, we can create a safer and more harmonious society for everyone. So in conclusion, while there may be tension between the people and the police from time to time, it's important that we remember the bigger picture. The police are there to protect and serve us, and we should support them in their work. By working together, we can create a safer and more harmonious society for everyone. That was a quick breakdown of the people and the police. Is there trust or is there tension? Let us know what you think. Can the police do more to connect with the people? Should there be more engagement between the two parties? What about having more diversity within the police force itself? Do drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on future episodes. You can also catch us on our other channels. And don't forget to follow us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.